Well, meanwhile, all eyes are on the Senate after the House of Representatives signed off on raising COVID relief checks from $600 to $2,000 last night. But aside from the question of will it pass, will it even get a vote? KBC 9's Jared Hill is in Washington with details.
So the president has been increasingly vocal about these bigger stimulus checks. Democrats as well have been backing this measure, but it's not clear right now on how the leader in the Senate plans to move forward with this. Last night, 44 Republicans sided with House Democrats, voting in favor of $2,000 stimulus checks in a standalone bill. Now this is being sent over to the Senate. President Trump has said that the body would start a process for a vote, but Majority Leader Mitch McConnell hasn't signaled what he'll do when Democrats try to make that happen today. At least a handful of Republican senators have already said that they would vote in favor of bigger checks. Others, though, worry that it would be too much spending. Democratic leader Senator Chuck Schumer says that President Trump needs to get more Republicans on board.
People are desperate. They need the help. To tell the president talking is not enough. Act. Get on the phones. Get those Republicans in the Senate to support $2,000 in relief.
Do we really think the way to improve the quality of life for Americans is to just print more money from the Fed?
And today, the Senate is also set to join the House in overriding President Trump's veto of a defense bill. This would be the Congress's first veto override for President Trump during his presidency. Reporting in Washington, I'm Jared Hill.
And President-elect Biden said he is in favor of raising stimulus checks to $2,000. Well, meanwhile, on today's agenda, the Senate's going to consider overriding the president's veto of a defense bill. The House voted to override it yesterday evening. President Trump rejected the bill last week, saying that it failed to limit social media companies and allows for the renaming of military bases that honor Confederate leaders. Well, the bill affirms 3% pay raises for U.S. troops, and it authorizes $740 billion in military programs and construction. Well, the CDC has new guidance on vaccinations for people with underlying health conditions. The CDC says that those adults who are more at risk of becoming seriously ill from COVID can receive the vaccine as long as they have not had a severe allergic reaction to any of the ingredients in it. The CDC says you should still wear a mask even after getting the shot, while experts learn about the protection the vaccines provide. And 7:07 now, in Kansas, Governor Laura Kelly plans to get a COVID-19 vaccine tomorrow. So far, the state's focused its efforts on protecting healthcare workers, but will give shots to selected officials so the government can continue to operate during the pandemic. I want to take a look now at the very latest coronavirus numbers in both of our states. In Missouri, the 7-day rolling average is down to 2,100 new cases a day. Kansas's latest update shows the state added 6,300 new cases since Wednesday. Well, Kansas's average positivity rate is down to 12.9%. And then in Missouri, the positivity rate's down to 16.8%. Health officials want to see those numbers below 10%. By the way, you can get tested for the coronavirus for free this week. It's courtesy of the Jackson County Health Department. Anyone who lives in the county can register drive-through or walk-in testing. Crew's also going to be in a different city each day except Friday because of New Year's Day. You do need to make an appointment online before you get tested. Just go to the health department's website ahead of time.